All right, music off. So let me start with capturing my screen so that we can have. Oops. Okay. Cam link. Okay, should be good. Yeah, I need to go into the middle of the camera. All right, I'm also going to share on Discord as well. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen now. So wait, why is it? Yeah, let me delete this one. Okay. All right. So hello everyone. Welcome back to our office hour. So we have been working in a few changes. So I would like to share a few things today. So as normal, so we are going to have some share some like improvement and also some bug fix as well. And then after that, I'm going to show you like how is a new enhancement look like. And also we also doing some experiment over the week in order to push the frontier on this one, and I'm going to show you what I'm finding. Okay, so the first one is on the improvement. But let me check on Discord. Rick and everyone, you will be able to still hear me, right? Yes. Okay. Thanks, Rick. All right. Let's go on. So at the moment, so there's some improvement have been made. So we have identified that there's some step of the output that cannot allow you to download the image directly. So we do some enhancement on the UI. So right now you can click and download immediately the image related asset. So not only on the workflow, but on the output of the asset is going to be able to downloadable. So that is the first one and small enhancement. The second one is we are adding new models into GOM models. So before it was sticking into the GOM 4.7 and 4.7 Flash. So right now we are adding the GOM 5 and also GOM 5 Turbo, which is just released last week from the Z.ai. So this one is actually going to be supported in two mode. One is a pixel ML, and also second one is on the Z.ai. So if you are having like the coding plan of Z.ai, you can definitely can take the uses of that. And I personally I use GM5 quite a lot. It kind of like similar like the Opus 4.5 performance for me. Not a current frontier, but sometimes if I running out of like for Opus 4.6, I'm going to using GM5 for certain tasks. And also for the GM5 Turbo, this is a new model that they was released. It was in order to do something related to OpenCloud. Because you know that OpenCloud is going skyrocket, like what I shared from last week, right? So let me open the Classic drawer. So this one. So this one is our doc from last week. So we were saying that we have some like we talk about something about OpenClaw, and actually this week is going to get crazier and crazier. And there's a lot of like change in the organization of like big company and so on. They really embrace OpenClaw type of agent. They release big things and so on. So one of the model which is GOM 5 and GOM 5 Turbo. This one model is actually been deployed by Zodet AI, specialized for OpenCloud. So let me search for this one, OpenCloud. Yep. Z. So this is the announcement of Z.ai. So GOM5 Turbo is a foundation model deeply optimized for OpenCloud scenario. It has been specialized optimized for core requirement of OpenClaw tasks in training phase. So it means it's really good in terms of like command following and time and persistent tasks and long chain duration. Because like when you are interacting with OpenClaw or related agent, actually you are going to using like one small thread and you do it again and again. Then sometimes it's going to do some compaction and so on in between. But actually, it is quite good. So this is kind of like one of the first open cloud native model, and we are happy that we are one of the first platform that's supporting GOM Turbo. So it's available in two mode, as you can see. So let me go into AgenticFlow and show you. Let me log in first. Sorry, I need to authenticate again. All right. So when you go into AgenticFlow and then you have create new agent. Let's create a new agent. Say test GOM 5 Turbo. And test new agent. So when you have in here, actually we have a GOM 4.5 error, which is the default model for AgenticFlow. But if you go into ZPixelML and then you scroll down a bit into GOM 5, so you can select it in here. So this is GOM 5 Turbo. Select here, save, new chat, just say hi. Okay, good. This model is actually having a thinking. So it's analyzing my input, analyzing context, determining appropriate, and draft response. So actually, GM5 Turbo is quite good comparing to from what I observed so far. I was switching my open cloud agent on my small computer for using that. And I think that is something that's good as well, because you can actually mimic the open cloud behavior by creating an agent here and also click to share and publish that to Telegram and set up your Telegram connection. For example, I have my Telegram connection in here, like call Telegram, and then maybe allow list only, give some ID in here, and just click connect to Telegram. So it means you can have a similar to Open Cloud agent, but powered by AgenticFlow and can using all of the current existing capability that you're already familiar with AgenticFlow, but with totally new model. So let's talk about the ranking of this model first. So let's go into the artificial intelligence index. Okay, so we're having quite a while. We are having like Gemini 3.1, GPT 5.4, and Opus 4.6. So these are the frontier model. But if we are adding some newer in here, so let's put GM5 Turbo in here. Put GM5 Turbo. Then you can see like GM5 Turbo. Let me see Turbo. GM5 Turbo is actually 45.7 score. So it even like better than a model of like Quen 3.5 with 397 parameter. So that is huge. So we always jumping a lot from like DeepSeek, which is the AgenticFlow model, into GM5 Turbo. So if you have subscription on PixelML, I would definitely suggest you to use this one for the a little bit more comprehensive task, harder task as well. All right, so that's the first one, GM5 and 5 Turbo. So let's move on. Next one is we are adding a new series of model under Quen. Okay, so Quen, I think some of you should know Quen model already. And actually, Quen promotion, Changi Airport. I think there is no. Yeah, actually Quen models $1 billion. Not seen total dollar. Here, okay. This is a post from Alibaba Cloud. So they are very proud of this one. So Quant is a model that crossing $1 billion for Hugging Face. So the model of Quant is quite good. It's powered by Alibaba, and actually it's having a lot of like because it is open weight, so that anyone can download and also having a fork and modify the version of that. And in total, it's actually using around like more than a billion models. And recently, they was releasing a model series that they call Quen 3.5. And this Quen 3.5 is actually also very good in terms of like performance. So if you go in back in here and you search for Quen 3.5, let me search for 3.5. Yep. So you can see that Quen 3.5 is a model that with around 397 is overcoming like other model, and it's very close to uh, like GPT 5.4 mini with the extra high. So Quen is actually having a lot of variants. So if you search for Quen in and you search for 3.5, you will see that they have a lot of like variants. It's ranking between like the biggest one, which is 397 model, a mixture of expert. They are having allow 17 billion parameter is activated. So the next one is also the quite interesting is when a 3.5 is 20 billion model. So this is a kind of like a dense model. So it's not a mixture of experts. So it means this is a dense model. So you will require a bigger model of machine in order to run this. But if you're also looking on the other like mixture of experts, but also smaller model, I strongly suggest that you can also using like Quen 35B with billion parameter activated. For ourselves, I think what we are introducing today into AgenticFlow is that we are introducing Quen 3.5 9B, which is the model that a dense model is really good at reasoning, and it's actually punching a lot over its way. So I'm going to put it here, okay, and I'm going to have another Quen, which is Flash. Where's Flash? Oh, there's no Quen Flash in here. But anyway, so let's look into the Quen 9B first. So it's here. So Quen is actually a quite competent model, Quen 3.59B. So actually it is equivalent to the GPT OSS 120B. So it's like more than 10 times of its size. And the quality is like just one score away on this one. So it's also a very efficient model as well. So you can also using this model in replacement for some of the tasks that you currently give to GPT OSS because actually the token cost is going to be cheaper, and also the consumption of your HD flow credit is also going to be cheaper as well. Not just here, we're also introducing a Quen 3.5 Flash. So this is not an open wage model. So this is the model that Alibaba team is serving, and we have the access through our partnership with Alibaba Cloud, and also we can put that into AgenticFlow as one of the option. So right now, if you go into AgenticFlow and you go into an agent, for example, like this one, you come back to this agent and you create a new agent. Let's say test agent Quen 3.5, and then just create a new agent, and then go here and go into AgenticFlow, and then you will see that there will be a new model that with a series of Quen 9B and also Flash. Let's start with 9B first. Yep, you can see it's very fast. And because this model have no thinking, so it's going to be kind of like dense, but having a good reasoning approach. So you can give it a try on AgenticFlow. I'm going to change to Flash for now. Let's see. Save, new chat. Take some time. Hmm. Is it a bug? Not sure yet. Okay. Okay. It's come back. Maybe a little lacking. Maybe and let me chat at one time. Hello. Okay, this one getting respond faster. So it depends on the bandwidth of Alibaba also giving to us. They might be having some throughput that need to be done. But anyway, so that is something new that you can have a look on now. Apart from that, so for the model list and so on, we also adding a new model like the version of like where is it? Wait lang. OpenAI. Yeah. So we are adding new model like GPT 5.4, 5.4 Mini, Nano, and Pro into the OpenAI list, so that in case that you need to using this model, you can also use as well. So those are the more like improvement that we make over the time for the model list and so on. So let me move to the next one. So apart from that, we're also doing some bug fix as well. So one of the bug fix is to fix the cover photo. So before it was kind of like not displayed well, but right now you can create a good profile picture. And this one is actually can be acceptable with by the public already. So you can use this page as like a showcase of your agent or workflow or multi-agent system. Okay, so that's the first one. And we also did some like improvement in terms of like iPad screen as well. And right now we are moving the chat of the system prompt into chat experience instruction. So in here you will be able to see the information is in a better manner. Okay. We also fix some issue of like missing key connection. For example, like if you go into an agent and you add a workflow, but that workflow for some reason it doesn't like detect the information due to some of the connection was missing or something. So previously you only know when you are clicking into that, and maybe you can invoke the agent. So right now we are adding a check in here. So before the agent even run this workflow, if we notice that the workflow having some like missing connection, we will alert you so that you can see this button, and then so also you can click and solve it by yourself. Okay, so we have some enhancement as well on the template search. So in the template search, previously it was having some like hiccup in terms of like searching and setting. So we fixed that issue. Right now, the issue of like search can be searched is much more accurate. Yeah, so I think that pretty much it on the enhancement that we make so far in the website and the AgenticFlow app itself. So before we move into the next one, I'm going to just asking some question. If you would like to ask me some question, okay? Let me go to Discord. Yeah, hey, we have someone, Mr. Busyman, Techno, and Biju. Do you have any question for me? Please just feel free to drop. Okay, no question. All right, so let's move to the next one. All right. So next one I would like to share you. This one is kind of like experimental feature. Okay. So this one was raised by actually Mr. Pisiman. He texted me about a new platform that's going to be quite viral in the last couple of weeks. What I'm talking about is paperclip. So paperclip is actually something that um, maybe let me go into their website. Wait me a second. So this is the repository about paperclip. So this is they are saying like orchestration, open source orchestration for zero human companies. If we go into this, see that this is like open source software that you can download and install, and it has quite a lot of like good interface. So what is there is that it, instead of like looking into um, an agent as an agent itself, it looking into like a company where it's organize things in a way that kind of like project and work, and also the role of maybe a CEO and CFO and so on. And the most important thing is it creating task and tracking issue. So you can imagine like this is kind of like a modern life version of like Linear or Jira or things like the ticket tracking system. But the people, oh no, the user who are processing the task is not human. It's this one is designed for agent to use. So what does it mean? So it means when you are having an issue or you having a task, you will create an issue in here, and then you will assign to an agent in here, and then the agent will receive a webhook that giving some task. It will doing the work, and then it's going to writing back into the task. So you have a clear view of like what is going on in your organization. And when you have a lot of agents that running around, then actually you can have a way to monitoring their progress of actual tasks. So we are moving away from like creating an agent as a chatbot. We are moving an agent that may be doing some certain tasks that meaningful enough for us, and we need to create a task to manage them. And I think the idea is fascinating, and also the project is also growing quite a lot in recent week. So you can see like they have like around like 40K, and I think they should have a charge. Okay, so it was picking up quite fast in here. uh Let me see. Okay, so it was just before, right? So in March it was 50, and in a month it was 40,000. So it is quite exponentially grow. So if you have some time to have this one and you would like to install something, I would suggest that you should go yourself and try yourself, because I'm also trying myself. Okay, so this is my paperclip instance. And this is one of the research that I have. I create a company. I call it an agent, and this agent is also a special agent. It is a agent on AgenticFlow. So it means I can create an agent on AgenticFlow, and I can employ, or maybe how you say, I can deploy the agent on AgenticFlow to work on the task on Paperclip. So for example, like this one. So this is I call it PixelML AI Studio, and in this one, this is my company. I create three agents. These three agents is already in Agentic Flow, but I should employ them here. And the first one is designer. The second one is marketing manager, and the final one is slide manager. And then you can see in here. Here is one of the run that marketing manager have done. So let me click on this one. You see that there's a task that say write product launch announcement, and then it's a words a to do, and it was assigning to the agent, and the agent was responding like no project pre section workspace available, use fallback workspace for this one, blah blah. Okay, so this is an assignment. Okay, so I think there's still something that I need to get familiar with paperclip to setting this up and so on. But I think this is a very nice idea that you can have a UI that you can orchestrate the multiple agent that you can create in everywhere else. Agentic Flow can be one place, so everything is running on Agentic Flow as a like a platform on the cloud. But you have a dashboard where you can organize them in a way that you like it, and you can set a project. You can create issue and tasks like this one, and you can assign to them, and they are actually doing the work, and they will update to you. Oh, this one is done. Okay, design a brand identity guideline. Okay, this is the task, and this is an agent response. Okay, I help you to create comprehensive brand identity, blah blah, of blah blah. Okay, so this is the task that it have. Okay, so I have. Okay, I don't know why we have too many response in 1 minute on this one. But anyway, so this task is considered as done, and we have the agent response already. And let me open an AgenticFlow so that we can see like what this agent in the backend. Okay, so let me open this one. I will going to stop sharing screen from this area, and I'm going to share on the other machine. This one. On YouTube, I'm also going to do that as well. Let me stop here. So this is my instance of paperclip, and also this is my AgenticFlow account that we're using with the paperclip. So let me click on agent. Hmm? I think there's something wrong with this. Let me accept. You can see here. So these are the three agents that I was created: the slide agent, marketing, and the designer. And in here, let me click on the designer. So it was working on some of the tasks, for example, like brand identities, and it was responding this one. So let's click on this one. Actually, we can go here and we can check in here. You see, that is the task that we gave it. So the agent that receiving the task from paperclip, doing the work on AgenticFlow, report it back to paperclip as a like task management tool. And that's just how I think the new economy is going to work. And you can create thousands of agents on AgenticFlow, and you can deploy that into paperclip or maybe another platform like Linear or something else, so that they can work together. And actually you can doing some like monitoring in here. You will see that this is how paperclip is calling my agent. So we give you a lot of tasks like designer, marketing, and so on and so on and so on. So this will give a lot of tasks, and all of these tasks is actually have been done. Okay, this is about like a task. Like I don't know why paperclip is giving this task to my video upload agent, but anyway, so it's going to give a task like give a haiku about coding, and yeah, agent on AgenticFlow just respond to that, and it's going to download in here. And if you go into video upload agent, I think it's going to be this one. No, not this one. No, not this one. Write a task report. No. Yeah, I'm not sure which issue was I was employing this agent. Runs. File UX improvement. I have too many workspace. Slide agent. Okay. Inbox. I'm not sure. Anyway, not sure yet. But anyway, so that is my experiment that I think that is also the future of like how we can use agentic flow into paperclip and so on. And what we are also cooking right now is how we can easily to deploy this agent to anywhere it can work. So we already finished like on the website, on Telegram, on Discord, on many platforms already. So next thing, I think the agent on AgenticFlow should reach out into the task management platform. For example, like Paperclip is one, which is the new open source software. So people are excited about that. But I think later it can be Linear, it can be Zira, it can be any of the task management tool. So just imagine like later you just need to create a task, give it very clear. you assign to an agent on your AgenticFlow, but using the existing UI that wherever you are, and then you can assign this to the agent. And the task is going to be streaming into the slide agent, designer agent, or marketing agent. This agent is going to get the task done and then update back to you in the other platform. So I think that is going to be the future of the agentic platform look like. Yeah. And I would like to thank Mr. PCman for seeking this idea to me. I was reading about paperclip for a couple of weeks, but actually never like things really seriously on how to apply. And I think this is a very good try. And one other thing that I also going to share with everyone is it's not easy to set up these kinds of like agent and companies on paperclip. You have to learn a lot of things, but we make something for you. Okay, so next one I would like to share is this one. So you should have Ishi. Okay, let me sharing screen on Ishi. Yeah, you're asking about Ishi? Yeah, so I'm showing it now. So on Ishi. So at the moment, Ishi is kind of like in a stabilization mode. So we was not focusing on Ishi in last month. We were really focused 100% on AgenticFlow. And what I'm showing you right now is how we can using AgenticFlow COI to facilitate all of these paperclip setup and so on. So this is my Ishi, and I'm using Sonnet 4.5. I'm having this model, and we was making the AgenticFlow CLI. This CLI is having some of the information it can use, and it can have the access to paperclip, and it can facilitating and actually controlling paperclip. So let me send this one to Sonnet and see what it does. Yes. So answer to Anton, it can work. So yeah. So actually, I'm just showing you like how we can use AgenticFlow CLI to control paperclip, set up a new company, employ agent in AgenticFlow in paperclip, and the one that I will show you is actually setting up by the agent, not me. Oh, you can. Well, we have been using that for a really long time. Okay, help me to create a new agent in AgenticFlow that do copywriting, and then deploy it to my paperclip company, Pixel ML AI Studio. Yep. So Ishi is going to using AgenticFlow CLI in order to create agent on AgenticFlow. And then after that, it's going to bridging this agent into paperclip, kind of like deploy, so that it can to work. Yeah, it will take it a while on this one, but I'm going to share with you the CLI that we were having for quite a while already. Yeah, you should giving this to Ishi or any coding agent, ask it to help you. So as you can see in here, so what Ishi is helping me is, okay, it found the PixelML AI Studio, and then it's going to create an agent in AgenticFlow. Okay, after creating an agent in AgenticFlow, it's going to be deploy this agent to my paperclip. Okay, it finished creating copyright agent for me already, and then it's going to deploy my agent to my PixelML AI Studio company. So we also giving in the AgenticFlow CLI, we create some playbook. So we are creating playbook so we can teach Ishi how to use AgenticFlow CLI to control and deploy agent to paperclip. You don't even have to learn because Ishi will just know because we already teach them. So we have Cassie, the copyright specialist. It was using the GPT-4o mini. It will deploy to paperclip, and this is the key and agent capability to start using. Um, yeah, create something meaningful, please. This is tell it to test the agent. So it's going to create a task on paperclip and then assign a task to Cassie, my new agent. And Cassie will wake up to do the task and check response. So Ishi is becoming kind of like your control tower where you can just leverage everything that you already have in Agentic Flow. You deploy to a good UI for company organization like Paperclip, and you can wake them up, do the task, and so on. Because we already wrapping around Paperclip API, VLCOI, so it's very easy for Ishi to control Paperclip 100%. So that is how it's work. Okay, so good. Casey have been working up. The task is queue. Okay, let me check the status and wait for response. Yeah, the playbook is going to be updated when we're updating the version. So the COI is going to have the versioning. And if we deploy, so the UI that you are seeing right now, the COI is my development version. But when I upgrade that, I think we will upgrade to 1.1 later. And then you just like asking Ishi to download, or maybe if you're using cloud code, that's okay. You can also using cloud code or open code, whatever that you like. But everything is packed under AgenticFlow CLI. The playbook is there. We even like rewriting the entire CLI so that make it like agent compatible. So it means the agent will be self discovery to learn what available. And later, when we have more template, we have more playbook. We just pump the version, and the AI agent we just know how everything work together. Okay. Yeah, this is doing. Okay, it do some work on this one. Okay, it will check the playbook for agent testing. Maybe there's some bug. We are still doing the bug fixing on this one. But anyway, so the whole idea is that uh, yeah, so the current version, so we are working in the version 0.3 at the moment, but actually there's not much change. It's mostly on the bug fixing. We do some kinds of like fixing on the task. For example, like we upgrading the AI SDK from version 6.3 to 6.4. There's some change, but mostly enhancement. Yes, we do some provider enhancement. So we change, we operate. So previously, Ishi will leverage on Virtual AI SDK 6 point something, and we need to upgrade that. So it fixed. There's some other fix as well to enhance the provider and then to read the chain log from the team. I haven't got time for that yet, but we plan to using this one. Yeah. Yeah, but for now we are quite having huge backlog. So we will, as you can see, we pack a lot of things in AgenticFlow CLI. Maybe I would ask Ishi. So it's done already. The agent is live and ready to write. Okay. Can you help me to understand what AgenticFlow CLI capable? Yeah. So I will ask Ishi uh, to list what is the capability. Not yet. So still in development. So we have the beta version, which is quite stable for a while. And I'm planning to upgrade beta to the general available for everyone to like auto update. And for the version 0.3, it including actually it's in how to say in Git we have the main branch, and we have the beta branch, and also we have the experiment branch. So the 0.3 is on the experiment branch. So when the beta moving to the main, and then the experiment going to beta. So that's how it works. So I think within this week we are pumping to 0.2 to the main, and also we will going to put 0.3 to beta. And I think with this week you should receive the 0.3. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is the easy AgenticFlow CLI. So it can do the agent management, list, get, create. So answer to Bijou, it can create agent. So make sure use it, update, delete, stream. Okay, a lot. Wow, wow. Okay, it can run workflow for you. It can well, it's still there's a lot of things. So it can run workflow. It can check workflow if it's working or not. It can debug. Uh, I'm finding this quite a loop. Okay. The first one is the agent. Okay. The second one is workflow. So it can list the workflow, create, update, delete. It can run and run status. So when you trigger a workflow, you can ask Ishi to ask AgenticFlow CLI like what is my run status, and it can list the run. It can validate. So for example, like if you ask Ishi to create some kinds of like workflow, before even create into the system, it's going to run validation first to ensure like the schema is right, everything is right. It can check some dependency. uh, this one is new, paperclip integration. So right now, AgenticFlow CLI have ability to control paperclip everything, including companies, agent, goals, issue, approval, deployment, dashboard, bridge, and connect. So this one is making something that can help you to deploy your agent to paperclip very easily. And like what I just do, so I just asking in one prompt, and also Ishi can make a new agent in paperclip for me, assign a task to it, and monitor the status, and you have a good UI for your organization. We are also having this is one of the experiment feature. um, so this is kind of like open cloud, right? So there's some feedback that you want Ishi not running on your computer, but running on maybe a VPS, virtual private server somewhere that you can interact with it with chat interface, for example, like Telegram and so on. So we are working something on this, and it will allow the agentic flow acting as a gateway, so that it can serve this information. Yeah. So right now, we are still in development on this part. It could take a while, and don't have the ETA for it yet, but it's good work. And the full vision that we are seeing now is that paperclip is just one first platform. The next thing that we are looking for is integrating into like linear or similar platform that doing the issue and task tracking. The reason why we work with paperclip because actually it's Asian native and it's open source and also it's trending as well. So we like to do that, and it actually basically it using webhook. So AgenticFlow already have webhook on the way since I think last year, but we not yet make a use of that. So I think webhook right now can be the open channel for the multiple channel support where we can automatically deploy agent to multiple platform. So agent flow here, but it run anywhere. Wherever you are or you have some work need to be done, you assign that to agent flow agent, and that's it. And we're also having a template system as well. So in the marketplace, you see that there's a lot of template. So you can actually asking Ishi that, hey, go into template of Ishi of AgenticFlow, fetching those new template and create or duplicate from template to your agent. So I think I'm not sure if this one is visible for you, but I find that it's quite useful because those are working template that we already test by our tester. And if you need to give some agent some idea, you can just ask it to clone a template and it just do it. Connection management, yes, you can kind of like when you create a workflow, some workflow will request some connection, for example, like OpenAI or Google. And if you have the connection already available in your workspace, you can ask it to get an ID of that connection. So we never returning the value of the connection. We only returning an ID. So it means it's going to be configured in the workflow, and when it at runtime, the workflow engine is going to consume that connection ID in order to do the work for you. So we are kind of like one-off platform that contains of everything that you need to build agent. Okay. What else? Node type. Yeah, you can ask Ishi to discover all of everything available in AgenticFlow. Authentication. This is standard. Policy, guardrail. Yeah, there's some policy file, advanced schema, API call. Yep. So I think that's it. Um, we also have some playbook as well. So one of the playbook I just share with you is deploy to paperclip. So when you install AgenticFlow CLI, you can tell your agent, could be Ishi or Cloud Code, discover the CLI, understand what available, read the playbooks that Sean and the team already written for you, do it. So you skip you a lot of like headache in documentation. Okay. Yeah, there's some common use case. I think yeah, Ishi will just spin up a lot of things. I'm not sure yet, but this is that idea behind. The difference between AgenticFlow CLI and Ishi CLI. So AgenticFlow CLI is having the full platform access. So it's kind of like alternative to the web interface. So instead of like you operating on the web and you create an agent, CUI is for agent to use. So it could be Ishi or it could be Cloud Code to control agent flow 100%. Not really 100%, but mostly like 90 something. And Ishi is also having a CUI, but Ishi is a general purpose agent. It can be doing the coding. It can doing some kinds of like it's Ishi is like cloud code alternative. It do the coding offline on your computer, but it will not have the access to AgenticFlow platform. It needs to use AgenticFlow CLI in order to access the resource of AgenticFlow to be using for some work that's useful. Yeah, I think that's a totally two different product. Yeah. Yes, correct. So you can create many skill and plugin to ensure. So I think for some skill, it can be dangerous if you install from random people, because actually in skill it can containing executable code, and that executable code can be something that malicious. It can harvesting your data or your credential and send to somewhere else. So I would suggest that you install from official source. When I say official source, so it could be something that maybe we recommend in here in agent skill in the catalog. So actually, it's a GitHub repository that we are like browsing something. We curated from OpenAI. We curated from like Claude. So those are like official store. Or you can go into some community. For example, like skill.sh is also a good community. They are verified. Or you can using like Claude Hub, which is the store from OpenClaw. They also having the skill security scanning as well. So only install from those would be better for you. Otherwise, it's going to be tough, I think. Answer to the question from Techno Scotty, Agentic Flow COI is far beyond of what MCP can do. Just because the COI is on the your machine, so it allowing us to access the credential, the keychain to save and store the API key, and also running some code as well. So MCP is will not be maintained furthermore because we believe that anything that MCP can do, CLI can do and do it better. So I would strongly suggest that you switch to Agentic Flow CLI instead of MCP. Yeah, so I think yeah, that's a lot. Let me check on YouTube if you have any question. For new, what is the best in your setup to understand how to use Ishi and say Cloud and anti-gravity? Many part great update over the last few months, but I feel behind. So uh, you don't need to use Ishi if you already have Cloud and anti-gravity. So if you are very new to this one, I think you can start with some of the quick start channel, or easiest one is you just paste. Let me share the screen again. You just paste this CLI to your cloud code and let it explore. Because as I share with everyone is that we are designing Agentic Flow CLI for agent like cloud code to use. You can ask it to install the CLI and also exploring the existing playbooks. So we also giving some docs as well. So it means cloud code is going to be help you to navigate. And if you are needing, yeah, if you need some kinds of like further support and so on, you can send an email to our team at support at agenticflow.ai. So so the question is AI moving really fast. What is the future for Asia and Agentic Flow? I would say Agentic Flow is like one of the first platform for no code AI creation. But right now we are seeing the trend that the AI agent is actually going to using software more than human do. So that's why we put a lot of effort in the last months to implement the Agentic Flow CLI, and we would like to make sure that the AI agent like Cloud Code have the full visibility and tool so that it can help you to navigate easier and using the best of the capability that Agentic Flow already provide you. And the second one is what is Ishi future? So Ishi is actually alternative to Cloud Code or anti-gravity. So it's kind of like an in-house solution. So in the future, we believe that we can enhance Ishi further in order to move more closely with Agentic Flow. And right now, one of the things that we are also working on is kind of like um an Ishi tower. So Ishi tower is kind of like you have Ishi on your computer already, but if you would like to bring Ishi to maybe a VPS, and then you can would like to interact with that via Telegram chat and so on, then uh, is Ishi useful if we? Yeah, of course. So the easiest one that you can use with Ishi is very simple. You just new chat and you just click organizing my download folder, my file type, and that's it. You can tell Ishi to manage your computer. It can do whatever that cloud code can do because it can look at your file, it moving around, it do a lot of things, and it can have organized file for you, move file into different folder, read file, organize stuff. Yeah, is it? So consider Ishi as your co-pilot that you have on your computer that doing the day-to-day work. Consider AgenticFlow as a cloud headquarters that you can delegate some tasks to the cloud, and consider some external platform like Paperclip or other at the place that your agent in AgenticFlow can be go and work. And for open cloud, we are not going to build something that exactly similar to open cloud, but we will extend Ishi to have the capability to interacting via Telegram, so that you can interacting with your AC instance from remotely. You don't need to on your desktop every time. So for example, like you can start some tasks to that, and then you go out for work, and then also you can chat on Telegram that say, hey, where we are, and it will respond, because it's going to know the section that you are already working on, and you can continue while you are still outside. And when you go back, you can come back to your laptop, and also you can continue your work. So I believe that we don't need to copy OpenCloud, because this is something that Ishi not designed to do, something like OpenCloud. Ishi have its own strength and weaknesses, and we were pushing forward this direction. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Yeah, I already add the we just add the QN two model of QN 3.5 9B and QN 3.5 flash. So if you're missing the first half of the meeting, QN is quite ranked quite high. So it's very close to GPT 120B. So it's like a model that costs less than the bigger model, but having very good quality. Yeah. Actually, I think Ishi and Agenic Flow CLI is actually two different products. So you can consider Ishi like alternative to open code. You don't need to use Ishi at all. You just need to using Agenic Flow CLI, and it should work normal because we bake everything in Agenic Flow CLI already, and all of the playbook that I show in here is already have. Yeah. So the QN 3.5 9B is a reasoning model. Yeah, you can try that. All right. Any other question? Uh, Another image than Z image. For now, we don't have it on the roadmap yet. To be honest, with the fast acceleration in AI, we barely keep up with the industry trend, and we anticipate that image generation might not have someone can beat Nano Banana. So I would say Z image is for something like you use daily and very cheap. But if you would like to using that premium quality and professional, I would suggest that you go directly to Nano Banana. uh, that there's no way that open source model can beat that one. So I don't think that we will spend effort further on that area. Yeah, I know that. So at the moment, we have one option which is Z image. So that one was having in at the moment we because if we are having the Z image out, we are having additional model. Actually, it's going to replace the Z image because we only have that GPU compute power to power it. So if we swap something in, we need to swap something else out. And personally, I don't see any better model that would to host it, comparing to that image at the moment. Yeah. So at the moment, we will not resuming the build from zero section. because I think we were doing 4 times of them, and I noticed that there was a lot of audience on this side, and we also would like to focusing on the ads management in the product itself, like improving the enhancement, fix bug, and also pushing some quality rather than like doing. And because everything that we ship is going to be back in the playbook or template already, so you can browse directly on the platform. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. What else? Do we have something else? The playbook is built in the COI. So if you are looking in here, you will see that what I just say. Can you help me to understand what agentic flow COI capable of? And then Ishi is just doing in 2 minutes to read everything that we wrote in the COI to let me know what is understand. So this is also what you should do as well. You just tell Ishi to explore the COI because we already baked the playbook inside already. We're writing in a way that the agent will understand and can proceed very easily. And we will keep adding more and more playbooks into this one. If for example, like later, if we have the integration with linear, we will add another linear playbooks, and you can just ask Ishi or open code or cloud code to use HD for COI with linear playbooks, and it will just set it up for you, and that's it. And I think that's going to be the future way that we are doing the work with agent. Apart from like browsing directly on the website, we will let an AI that going to facilitate everything for us, and we just delegate tasks for them. Agent zero, right? Uh, okay, I don't know about agent zero yet. I will have a look on that, and I will consider on that. Yeah. Yeah, could be. So right now, because we was making agentic flow having a gateway. So when gateway is mean like it can receiving tasks from everywhere else, right? So it can receiving tasks from paperclip, it can receiving tasks from linear, it can be from agent zero and so on, and maybe even zero. So that is more the future. So I think we have done enough like config agent and building agent. We should focus more on how to deploy an agent going to work. Yeah. So that is going to be the next step in the direction in the development, especially in April. Yeah, yeah. So I think I make a mistake on that. I think we was testing what GOM 5 tuple. Yeah. So maybe if you would like to using some reasoning model, you can use existing model like DeepSeek or Flashlight on this one. Yeah. Thanks, Rick, for the sharing. Thanks, Roro, for the feedback. Maybe if that is the case, then next office hour, maybe we can. Uh, Wait, maybe let me answer this question first. So maybe next office hour, instead of like doing the general product update, we can do set up a paperclip companies using AgenticFlow, and I will just starting from zero, and we can set up a company together, and that company can do certain things. So I will experimenting during next iteration, and perhaps that I'm going to start from zero with everyone, and in an hour maybe we can build a company, and we deploy a few agents that working on certain things, and that's it. Yeah. So next question from technical. Agent get lost waiting for response. I think there's a way to do that. Actually, in the engine, we can, instead of streaming, because streaming was the default of agentic flow to streaming every token, because we was like publishing to website and so on. But if you are interacting via Ishi, actually you don't need streaming. You need a batch, right? And I don't know if that option already available, but it's a more configuration to us. So maybe Rick, you can documenting this down and put that into the backlog so that we can have a look. I think that could be easy. It's just a configuration. So instead of like streaming back, it's going to be waiting until the message already done, and then it just call back to Ishi, so it will be easier. For workflow, I think is already returning in the status, right? It's queue and it's executing and it's done. So you actually can polling the workflow run status for that. You don't need to wait for streaming. Yeah, I think for the keep losing focus, I think this depends on the model that you are using as well, and also the length of the duration. Uh, I find that we have timeout. I think in Ishi, we have set some timeout. So if the respondent not have it, we just cut off. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I think we're already running out of time. So thanks everyone for your time today, and I hope that the update today is something useful for you. And I hope that we can see you in next 2 weeks. And I will take the feedback from Roro 74. I will do a paperclip agentic flow integration build from zero. I need to prepare some material and also maybe try to build a company with a different role in the agent and how we do it. And with the agentic flow COI as well, I think this will be easy. So it's more like a copy a prompt and I want just watching Ishi cook and then test. Well, that's what I anticipate. But maybe we can pump me into some bug and fix and so on. We will go back and forth. And yeah, that could be something. Maybe we spend half an hour on that and another half an hour for the general update and so on. So yeah, let's back it in for our next topic hour. All right. Thanks everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye. All right. So hello everyone. All right. So hello everyone. Welcome back to our office hour. be honest, with the fast acceleration in AI, we barely keep up with the industry trend, and we anticipate that image generation might not have someone can beat Nano Banana. So I would say Z image is for something like you use daily and very cheap. But if you would like to using that premium quality and professional, I would suggest that you go directly to Nano Banana. That there's no way that open source model can beat that one. So I don't think that we will spend effort further on that area. Yeah, I know that. So at the moment, we have one option, which is alo thằng ủa nó vẫn đang like hả?